This generation has been more or less defined as those born after 1982 and before 2004. They tend to be labeled lazy, entitled, and glued to their iPhones. Simon Sinek, British American author and inspirational speaker, said that poor parenting strategies, technology, and impatience are some of the main reasons why millennials seem to have trouble adapting to workspaces. They are a generation that grew up being told they are special by their parents. Their engagement with social media and their cell phones are a highly addictive source of dopamine. They never had to wait for more than a day for their Amazon packages to appear at their doorstep, so they expect instant gratification. When millennials go into the workforce, they experience a force that is against everything they grew up with. They aren't told by their bosses that they are special. They lack the social skills to interact with people because they hid behind their cell phones all the time. And they realize that a promotion can't come within a day. But would it really be a bad thing for companies to hire these narcissistic individuals? At the end of his interview, Simon said that it is of no fault of this generation, that they grew up in this environment, and it should be companies that should change and adapt to suit the needs of this group of young people. If we see it from another perspective, millennials are actually the driving force behind workplace change. And the changes that millennials are pushing for in the workplace are things that are actually desired by everyone else. Number 1, they are not scared to change jobs. Unlike their parents' generation who stayed at a company for 20 years or more, it is common to see resumes with 2-year stints at various companies becoming the norm in the workforce. Millennials take care of themselves first. They are not afraid to leave when they are not satisfied in their job, and they place work environments at high importance. Companies are therefore being forced to change their employee welfare benefits and working environments to suit that of the needs for millennials. They start to introduce creative welfare benefits such as cafeterias with free coffee, sleeping pods, game rooms, flexible working arrangements, or anything that says, "We care about your comfort and convenience while you are working on our behalf." It is an important message for all employees, most importantly, the millennials. Number 2, millennials are not afraid to ask for what they want. For many Americans, work has become an obsession, and long hours and endless driving for something to aspire to. It has caused burnout, unhappiness, and gender inequity as people struggle to find time for children or passions or any sort of life besides what they do for a paycheck. But increasingly, younger workers are pushing back. They expect and demand flexibility. They want to work remotely, come in late or leave early, or make time for exercise or meditation, as the rest of their lives happen on their phones, not tied to a certain place or time. Why should work be any different? Numerous research has shown that flexible working arrangements can actually improve the effectiveness of both individuals and teams, with 91% of HR professionals reporting that employees were more engaged and satisfied. On top of that, another study recently found that millennials are much likelier to stay in a role for more than 5 years if their company is flexible about where and when they work. Millennials have proven the model that you don't need to be in the office from 9 to 5 to be effective. They expect to be paid for their talents and their contributions, and do not favor the traditional work week as most of us know it. They are far more results-oriented than time-oriented, and some companies have changed their practices to suit them. This generation is single-handedly paving the way for the entire workforce to do their jobs remotely and flexibly. Instead, it is about employees shaping their jobs in ways that fit with their daily lives. More companies are offering free plane tickets for vacations, meditation rooms, exercise or therapy breaks, paid time off to volunteer, and extended paid family leave. When younger workers talk about balance, what they are saying is, I will work hard for you, but I also need a life. Unfortunately, what leaders hear is, I want to work less. Number 3, they want to work with a purpose. Millennials prefer a company that gives them the chance to drive meaningful progress. When millennials talk about wanting a sense of purpose, they mean a self-serving sense of purpose, as in the feeling that one's current job is a launching pad aimed towards their next big goal. This would certainly make sense given the rampant self-comparison present in a world made so transparent by social media. Successful companies engage them in career pathing or career laddering that show employees what their career progression can look like. Not only will this distinguish the organization as a more appealing and engaging employer for millennials in the workforce, the strategies that allow companies to foster a stronger sense of purpose in their employees also happen to be in your business best interest. So, as much as millennials can be a pain for many employers to handle, they have also been a driving force for change that workplaces have been resisting for a long time. Millennials make up much of the modern workforce, with their presence continuing to rise. It is crucial for companies to adjust to this generation to attract and retain talent.